They mistake the Filipinas' politeness for romantic interests. We can be very good at making you feel special. In the Philippines, it is common nowadays to see a young Filipina dating a foreigner, especially in places such as Dumaguete and the bigger cities of Cebu and Manila. There are many young Filipinas that are attracted to dating foreigners because of the benefits that they get or we get. And having an age gap relationship is socially accepted here in the Philippines. And as a foreigner, well, you guys are attracted to a younger, fertile woman. So, of course, you want to date a young, hot, and sexy Filipina. And many vloggers have shown you that you can have a young Filipina who is everything that you've ever dreamed of. So, of course, you are drawn to visiting the Philippines and to try to meet a young Filipina that you can be with for the rest of your life. However, coming to the Philippines as a first-timer, it's like you are in a candy land and you can't seem to choose the right candy for you. So what happened is that when a young, sweet Filipina approaches you and starts talking to you, you get the tingles and, well, you want to be with her for the rest of your life without knowing that maybe she's a bad choice that you may regret for the rest of your life. Now, listen up. Dating a Filipina might seem like a dream come true, but there are some major traps that you can easily fall into if you're not careful. And I'm talking about 4 deadly mistakes that could literally ruin your chances of having a healthy relationship, or worse, getting played. These mistakes are real and they're quite common, and trust me, you don't want to make them. First things first, and this is one of the major mistakes that foreigners do when they first date a Filipina, is that they always, and I mean almost always, lead with money. These guys that lead money in the relationship almost always end up being scammed, being used, and worst of all, the girl will play this man like a violin connected to the heartstring. The man will be completely played, as these girls know how to pull at each string and at what time to gain maximum resources, especially if you are a weak man. Now, I know it sounds harsh, but if you, as a foreigner, don't have a lot of confidence in yourself and you end up using money to lure the girl to be your girlfriend, well, let me tell you something. You will always end up being played by these girls like a punching bag or an ATM machine. And the moment that you don't oblige by her demands to give her an allowance, to buy expensive bags for her parents, or to go on a trip with her girls, you'll end up being screamed at by her, and then she will play your feelings, making you feel guilty about it. She'll always play you like a puppet on a strings, manipulating your emotions and actions to suit her own desires. And it is important to remember that a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and genuine connection, not because of financial transactions. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of in the name of love. And I know this has been mentioned several times by many vloggers as well, but there's always going to be these foreigners who'd always end up in an uncomfortable situation and will always end up being used for the rest of their lives. I mean, yeah, he may know about it, but of course, his feelings for her will always come before his. I mean, Don't be naive, guys. There's a lot of women out there. And second of all, and I see that these new foreigners comes to the Philippines and they make these mistakes the first time they meet a woman is they mistake the Filipinas' politeness for romantic interests. As you all know, it is already ingrained in us Filipinas to be very polite to people. We accommodate those whom we serve. We show kindness and to always smile to everybody. But if you, as a first-time foreigner, go to the Philippines and see a Filipina accommodate you in a way that you think she's flirting with you, then that will be your downfall. Because just because she's being polite and friendly towards you, that doesn't mean that she's romantically interested in you. Please don't ever misinterpret politeness for being romantically interested. And even if she's not interested in you and you make your move, she will always be non-confrontational. I mean, listen to her actions, not her words. Otherwise, she will end up hurting you and your feelings because of your assumptions. Another thing that these foreigners do to ruin their chances of having a wonderful relationship is that they move her in too fast. Foreigners who get love bombed by these Filipinas would instantly feel the need to move her in because, well, why not? I mean, she cares for me and she loves me, so why wait? Let's just take the next step and move in together. I mean, come on, guys. Just because she's love bombing you, and I know and I understand that you have not been love bombed for a long time and you crave for it, but that doesn't mean that she's the one for you and that she won't hurt you in the long run. This might be her way of saying indirectly, you can't have this with other women, so just move along and move me in with you. And that's not the truth. As most of you all know, we Filipinas can come off as very caring and very loving, and we can be very good at making you feel special. But it's important to remember that love bombing is not a healthy way to start a relationship, and it is important to take things slow and to really get to know someone before committing. And I always say this, always trust your instincts and don't rush into anything just because it feels good in the moment. I know that our instincts can be very blurry when we feel like we're in love with that person, but always be cautious with everything before you make the move. And last but not the least is that foreigners fall for the instant girlfriend illusion. I understand that a foreigner who is a first-timer here in the Philippines and has been alone for so many years is wanting to have a relationship with a Filipina. And the moment that you meet a Filipina, well, in this case, you guys must be chatting for a very long time. And so the moment that you meet her at the airport, she showers you with affection and attention, making you feel like you are her whole world. I mean, for you, she's just too perfect, you think. She's affectionate, she's caring, always smiling and calling you this sweet endearment. You might think to yourself, I must be dreaming. This girl is the best girl in the whole world. And, well, you want her to be part of your life. For instance, let's say you go out on your first date and the night is going well. She's laughing at your jokes, making you feel comfortable and offering sincere compliments. Everything feels perfect, and when you say goodbye, she calls you baby and gives you a hug or a kiss. And you might walk away thinking, wow, she's really into me. But here's where the confusion often begins. The affectionate words and actions are not necessarily a reflection of deeper feelings of commitment. Well, at least not yet. Now, let's look at the reality of the situation. Here in the Philippines, many Filipinas are used to expressing affection early on. And of course, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is important to understand that a sweet language like love or honey might be used casually, even in the early stages of knowing someone. I mean, sometimes or most of the time, these Filipinas even say, I love you, even before you meet her, right? And it's a part of the social fabric. But, well, for you as a foreigner, this can create a sense of emotional attachment and expectation that might not be fully aligned with her true feelings, especially if you've just met her. And it is easy to misinterpret someone with what they're saying because of all the emotions that you are feeling. It's overwhelming for you. And then later on, she might introduce you to her friends and family, and you, as a naive man, might think to yourself that she might want to build a future with you, and that you, as a foreigner, are already invested in her emotionally, which can get bad if later on she will show her true self. If you think that things are already set in stone and you're mentally locking yourself in this future with her, well, you might be setting yourself up for a disappointment, buddy. Well, there you have it, guys. Most of the mistakes that a newbie foreigner makes when they come to the Philippines. I know there are other things that maybe I forgot to mention, but well, my voice is not very good at this moment. I'm still healing from all this sickness that we got, this virus. So I will see you all in the next one, and I'm really sorry that I haven't been uploading video in a very long time. It's just I'm coughing and all, and my voice is not very good at the moment. So hopefully you guys will understand that. And well, I'll say thank you all, everyone, for watching this video. I hope you guys are not naive enough to fall into the trap of these women that do all this stuff to lure you in. You know what I mean? Well, with that, thank you everyone for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.